Our legacy is very important to us. And I think John Ruskin summed it up best when he said, when we build, let us think that we build forever. The Whiteley will become the beating heart of Bayswater. You know, what it offers in terms of the hotel, the shops, the recreation and the restaurants. We are working with Mark, who have a fantastic vision, and then we brought in CC Land. It really has been a fantastic experience. Every team member plays their part and is going to be integral in delivering this success.
I've lived in the area around the Whiteley for, pretty much since I moved to London in 1996. And I think every time I went into the building, walked past the building, it felt like an incredible missed opportunity. And your hands were just itching to do something with it and sort of to bring it back to life. The greatest asset that Whiteley's really has is its historical heritage. And I think that there's very few residential buildings in London, but also globally, that have that kind of canvas to work with. And making it into a residential building was sort of the key vision that we had from the very beginning.
As a practice, we first of all go through a really detailed piece of forensic analysis, both in terms of how it's built, but also the social history that it represents. So really throwing ourselves into understanding this great man, William Whiteley. And he knew that retail wasn't retail. It was all about experience. And the idea is that you could spend all day at the Whiteley. You could buy a pin or an elephant, some great kind of ideas that he'd had. So we realized that he had contributed so much to the neighborhood, and that's what we realized we needed to do. What we've ended up doing is creating an enormous new public courtyard at the heart of the building to bring people into it. So now the building speaks to the street. And what we want to do is to really celebrate just how good the building is. And we want to carefully restore it and sensitively add to it. And this building is so well suited to that because you have this enormous generosity of space, of volume. So we're able to create some really interesting and really relevant homes for families.
So the residences are going to be this perfect balance of sort of sophisticated elegance and yet modernity. So almost every apartment is on one floor and all very lateral. And the spaces are very calming. You have huge fenestration, which are letting enormous amounts of light into the building at all times. We have a long and storied partnership with B&B Italia. And what they could do is customize the kitchens specifically for the Whiteley. So we've really tried to design the spaces to be the perfect complement for anyone's interiors. The amenity offering is exceptional. We have this hotel, which is Six Senses. It's going to be their flagship hotel in London, and they're going to provide all of the residents in the building with full 5-star service. So you've got a 20-meter pool, co-working spaces, huge gym, a spa, child playrooms. You've got incredible service, concierge. It genuinely has everything you could possibly want in a residential building. So everything that we've done is to cater to that life in a better balance. It's being sustainable, ecologically responsible, and yet, there's fun in it too. You've got to make sure you have fun as well.
We are all about balance. Nothing, frankly, is more important. So it was about translating those values that we have around sustainable materials into an urban environment. We're great believers in what's called biophilic design and the impact of greenery and foliage to one's health. The role of this development is truly transformative and has the ability and the potential to change people's lives in a very, very positive way.
The vision for the retail at Whiteley is to make it a very carefully curated mix of independent shops, which you won't find anywhere else in London. You're right next to Paddington, and you're probably 20 minutes from Heathrow. You have two of the best parks, Hyde Park and Holland Park, on your doorstep. One thing I love about this building is the ambition of its original creator, William Whiteley. And here we are 100 years later, and we should take that ambition and that responsibility very carefully. And I think we're doing that. It's going to be a very unique building, and one which I hope people will have lasting memories of for a very long time.